I don't know what you're talking about or who you are. So I don't know where you chat with me tried to 10 times, because if you'd done it here in my channel, you'd done it before. So I don't know who you are, Jason Guthrie. Well, mods, check out that Jason Guthrie account. It's probably just a troll. How are you going to ask me where am I live right now? Anyone that's tuned in that wants to read the title, that's what's going on. And so, for my own good, you never answer me. Where have you sent me a message? Plus, I usually don't take questions from people in here. Jason Guthrie, I don't know who the hell you are. And I'm going to block you now because you say it's the first time you... Like, I see my chat every day when I live stream. It's the first time you're in here, Bubba. So, just be gone. That's the first time you answer me. What the fuck is that supposed to mean? Like, dude... Anyways, we're live. You guys see the title. You know what's going on with me. Welcome to Squareworks Media, and we're back. Yeah, I'll unblock Jason B. If we're not... First of all, here's what we're going to do. We're not going to start coming in here with people saying, can you unblock this person, this person, this person. You know, I am under heavy attack. I have people trying to bring new people to attack me and fuck me over and fuck with me. And I'm not doing it. By the way, I want to say shout out to our latest subscribers, Pissed Off Patriot and the Bullshiffer. Now, besides that, I'm going to pull up YouTube. I'm going to chill. And I'm not going to have anybody up here because this is the only way I can interact with you guys. But I need help. I'm going to be reaching out to Team YouTube. I do need help from it. Okay, I'm going to put it this way. Enlightened Watcher, if that was you that sent me that text message from that text now looking ass number, which I don't have a problem with, because I understand you're trying to protect yourself, and that's fine. 100% yes. If it's not you, you need to let me know, because someone's trying to impersonate you, trying to fucking troll me on my cell phone. It's probably them doing it and you didn't talk to me, you know. Then again, it might have been you. See, guys, this is how you have to think when you're under constant fucking attack and constantly called a liar for this and this and that. Oh, and I'm going to get my channel art put back up. I'm going to get it put back up. And when I put it back up, it ain't going to come back down. Not until I get something in my mailbox from a law firm. You know. You know what? I can always talk about those trolls. You said I had to stop before January 6th, right, Fusion? So I got 3 more days to talk about you, right? So-called defame you. Workyverse is a piece of shit community that sprang from the obsession of square work on YouTube. Fact. Workyverse individuals and members go through, literally are a part of a conspiracy to, 1, mentally break, 2, fuck with, 3, constantly cause me trouble and problems at home or with law, etc. And don't stop. Fact. 4, have tried making fake text messages and sent them to people and tried saying that I said all types of horrible things to people, and supposed ladies like that Dark Angel or whatever account that was, and you don't even know it. It's probably a dude behind the account, you know, just has female pictures set up on it from someone else's profile. They even admitted to that. But you know where they started to get really pissed off? When I reported them like I always told them I would. No, this is a conspiracy as in, you know, like when people get charged in a RICO case, it's because it's organized crime. This is organized trolling. I don't mean conspiracy as in theory. They all, go over to Wolfsec's channel. Shout out to Wolfsec. Matter of fact, shout out to Wolfsec and Army Vet. I know they can't stand each other, but they're my top 2 mods. Army, yes, you're still number 1 because you were here then. But Wolfsec came back and I mean, I know I was subscribed to you, dude, but I had not looked at all the videos you had uploaded till earlier today. They're edited and stuff, but if you just go through there and pause them, you could see nothing in these 1,000 subscriber people, some 7, whatever. Nothing in the chat, but I hate Square. Oh, just squilling from Square is horrible. Oh, you know Square would be that way. Hell, one person who's still butthurt from me accidentally timing them out in No Life Mike's a long time ago and only ever started crap with me. And then when I said something about it, it was, oh my God, he's attacking a woman. Oh! And I didn't even say nothing. But T. Dameron, I saw you comment, God, if you're listening in there, please take his power out while I was doing a live y'all was sniping. Are you fucking serious? If he's listening. Oh, he was listening. I just can't believe you thought that you'd make a stupid fucking, like, wow. That really, all of that illustrates hate. Normal people don't sit around 24/7 hours of the day to get on YouTube and to tune in and the person that they're investigating to hate, unless it has to do with someone that's done something very bad, like, I don't know, Brian Kohlberger, or, you know, but not no 600 sub YouTuber, 29-year-old in school trying to get his life together. And is currently doing nothing but trying to just find shit funny to talk about in streams and just find my niche. That's all. Y'all gotta come up with these bullshit ass crazy shits. You motherfuckers is petty as fuck. Trying to get my damn community so fucking, they literally are, this is the truth. This is the truth. Y'all are now calling, what they're doing, guys, you know what they're doing? They're calling my 90-year-old grandfathers, almost 90-year-olds, and mine's place that we live, and creating so much bullshit with the police here the last few months over and over and everything. We're brand new here, you know. Like, we hadn't lived here that long. And they have caused so much shit that neighbors are literally they're saying that they're reporting in, but like my grandfather said, it's probably the people that don't like you online that's calling them, and maybe they got a hold of one neighbor. I mean, I said, well, he did say he had a neighbor a neighbor watching us. What are you talking about? I'm not rolling anything. Yeah, it's against the terms of service now for a medical marijuana patient to smoke, you know. Really? Well, if it is, it would seem like that would band all the people in favor of medical marijuana together and just create non-monetized channels and just make it to where we get our donations and pay from tips. But see, the tips and donations aren't, those are a hit and miss. Some days you're going to have a lot of those, and some days you aren't when you're actually doing actual content. But see, my ass has been here having to explain to all of YouTube and detailing about this group. No one else sees what I see, where this is going. Groups and people that are doing stuff like this, they're the type of people that embolden, all types of fuckery.
Hey, don't squeeze my hand like that, you dumb.
Let's get into this law and crime episode where we will react. When I'm going to be reacting and giving my take on what I see. Let's get it.
Like that, you dumb.
Damn, she hit her head. Did y'all see that? Right there, right there, right there. Look on the. Woo!
It was in her bra. That's the second one we've seen tonight.
What the fuck? Oh, it's a stun gun.
Oh, it does work.
That was in her bra? Damn. This thing's kind of big to be in a bra, ain't it?
I started off with the department as a civilian employee. I went through the academy, and I've been a commissioned officer ever since 2002, and I love it. It's a wonderful career. I can't imagine doing anything
Damn, you've been a cop since I was 9 years old, lady. Congrats.
else.
It's got a lid on it.
I asked you if you had something sharp, and you lied to me. What do you call this?
It's called a needle.
Take it to a stripper out.
You were going.
And then she smiled. Did y'all see that? They always ask, you got something sharp on you or something. And I gotta be honest, if I was a cop and having to do this job, you damn sure better tell me if there's something sharp in there.
Take it to a stripper.
Look at that smile. It's a game to her. This is probably maybe, who knows, third, fourth time this month, whatever month and year this is.
You were going to.
Hey, don't squeeze my hand like that, you dumb bitch.
Hey, don't be squeezing my hand like that, you dumb bitch. Yeah, that's it's a good way to not get your point across, and
Stop resisting. I apologize.
Said something about iPod, blah, 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 blah. Had that face to the ground.
I'm not digging it with the hypes on her. Stand up, man.
Another one? Still, you won't hold your hand still, so I'm.
Of course they're not digging it. Shit, you know how quick you can get AIDS from some shit like that? Hep C, whatever.
Well, you've already kicked me once. We don't want to get kicked again.
Yeah, that's why they're videotaping, you see? They videotape that shit. And
You know what? You wanna just put her in a chair. Put her in a chair afterward.
Your hand.
She comes in, she's going through the pat-down search. Officer Joyner asked her if she had anything sharp on her person. She said no, and during the pat search, Officer Joyner felt something in her bra, and it turned out it was too.
Bruh, I would, man. To be putting something in there, have something like that over you, man, can you imagine it? Like, what about people that are claustrophobic? Like, I have legit claustrophobic. Well, you know what? In jail, they don't give a fuck. Especially if you're being combative.
So.
You guys are really doing this over nothing?
3 needles is not.
They're doing that so maybe, just maybe, you remember after staying in that uncomfortable ass chair and looking like that, maybe you won't want to go through it again the next time. That's why they do that shit. Look, when I was in the hospital, right, after I had, I'm coming up on my anniversary this 19th of this month. Well, when I was in there after everything was said and done and I changed my mind, thank God, by the grace of God, I was in the hospital, and when I finally came to, I guess I was still under something, and a combination of all the drugs they were giving me in the hospital. I was hooked up to morphine and everything, because like I was cut the F up from F to H, like it was all over. So anyways, I guess when I started to wake up, I was trying to pull my stitches and stuff out. Why? I don't know, because I don't even remember it. It was a blur. But I do remember waking up and being strapped in the hospital bed like this. And I hated it, because like, I was completely strapped, legs and arms. I mean, I could not move. I mean, and when you're someone like me that's high energy, you just think about that. Just think about being somewhere where you can't, you know, it'll drive you nuts. And it did sort of drive me nuts. And finally, you know what they ended up doing later on when they took them off? Well, guess what? I tried to do the same thing again the next time, and it happened again. But then the next time, I remember waking up one morning, and when I woke up, this nurse gave me just this look like, you know, and as she walked out, she said, she turned back around, and she hung those straps right next to the door on a little thing. Like, in other words, every time you're looking up, you're always seeing those straps in your peripheral vision. And I was like, damn. I'm like, I had the feeling like they're doing that shit, so hopefully I don't do whatever I was doing before that I can't remember. Like, that was a real experience.
And kicking it off. Do you realize you committed a felony?
You were on my pinky.
Wow, do you realize you've committed a felony? Yeah, that's another thing. You don't get rough. I don't care if it's a little I mean, just a little anything or resistance to an officer, and you contact them, assault. You spit on them, assault with bodily fluids, or however some places have it worded different and coded different, but it's essentially the same thing. And you don't ever want to get assault on an officer, ever. Why? Man, that's like getting, you know, a Fed case. You know, the Feds don't ever lose. You know, that's why.
Toe, my little toe, dude, it hurts.
And I only say that because of some people I grew up with that I shared and learned experiences with, or had shared experiences with them, telling me stories about people they knew that went through it. You know, my brother went to prison. I've never been to prison. I only have been to jail. But luckily, I've never had this crap done to me in jail because I knew better.
Wasn't kicking you to hurt you? I ain't running around and do this.
I saw her kick you. She just tried to kick again.
I did?
Okay, but I saw her kick you.
Okay.
Go ahead and rebook her.
All right.
So if
Is
she's
the arresting
so
officer
for
still
whatever
there? We
she's
could
in
add
here
that
for,
on.
she's in here for a felony now.
How did you make contact with?
She was being held probably for for the long way for doing everything that she did, and then she turned around and made contact with that officer. And imagine this girl. I mean, she looks as young to be it. She could be 18, 19, 20, 21, 22. And she's now got a felony for the rest of her life. Like, people is going around these days, and I'm seeing more and more on the news, people just grabbing felonies left and right like it ain't nothing. Like, I remember when I got a misdemeanor for marijuana, and I thought, like, fuck. Like, you know, I hope this doesn't hurt me in my future. Shit. There are people that have a lot worse than that out, and that are out roaming the streets of USA today. And now, with it being the second day of January, there's a whole lot of new people in Chicago. Man, Chicago finna be crazy. It's just the beginning of the month, y'all. It's just now went into effect. Give it time. Give people and events and just life to move forward in time. And that, man, that Safety Act thing is bullshit. Like, and I'm not an Illinois resident. You might be thinking, well, why does he give a fuck? Because I'm worried about that shit coming down to where, like, I am. Or somewhere else, you know? Like, that's, you know, marijuana was legalized first in what? California. It's one of the good things about California. There's also a lot of bad things about California, too. Hold on one second. Yeah? Yeah. Yeah, I know. I got, well, a little too late for that, but anyway. Hold on one second. Grandpa? I told him that he admitted himself on the phone. He's got a neighbor here watching us. We can't be afraid. My grandpa's in here afraid. Well, okay. Yeah, that's crazy. Wow. See, that's what I'm saying, y'all, that I'm really, 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 really probably, I mean, I know no one's going to believe it, that I'm going to go, because it's crazy that, see, when I report this stuff and do these lives and tell people about what these people are doing to me, people I think they're getting the wrong idea. And they love twisting it like, oh, he's just looking for someone to fight his battles and stuff. There is no battle. I am not doing anything but being on YouTube and trying to do YouTube videos and have a channel. We all, as far as I'm concerned, when it comes to any of you guys, and they know who I'm talking about, we don't have any relationship, offline, online, commercial, YouTube, any at all. I don't associate with you. I don't care to listen or have anything to do with what you say, what you sell, unless it has to do with taking advantage of me. And see, when you do that, and then you do this other illegal stuff, and I report on it on my channel, I'm looked at as a bitch, or I'm looked at as somebody that's snitching, you know, or dry snitching. And that's not what I'm doing. I'm detailing the links and the depravity that you've went. You dare say that I've doxed I can't remember, Grandpa. And that is crazy. I mean, that is crazy. That pisses me off. You know how that makes me feel as a man to not be able to protect my my closest family member to me. Somebody I treasure and love with all my heart and don't want to let down. It's bad enough that somebody who was like family, close enough, I lost this year, or this past year. It'll be a year this April. And that'll be about how long it'll been since I've been on YouTube. And I don't understand why I have to keep getting any more hate. Like, I actually sat and listened to some of these quote people that quote tried to help me quote, and listened to them wholeheartedly with everything. And for one reason or another, it didn't stick. I couldn't apply it. I don't know. But I do know a lot of them and stuff lately that's been pushed for me to do something else and leave and da 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 is simply because because then if I leave, then they can really come out with all types of messed up, and they have so much content and stuff recorded they could clip up and redo and they don't need me to stick around on here really. And that does, and so if I leave and stop, I don't get no guarantee of any resolvement of this. Only by staying and by allowing myself to be seen by other people and other people that think and can look at things different and see the bullshit, and I grow and eventually get attention on it somehow, or a lawyer or somebody that is smart enough that can help me over the phone or will work with me and allow me to, anything I would get in damages, I would obviously share with the person that helped me. I don't even want money. I don't want any money. I'm trying to go to college so I can make my own money. So I'm definitely not trying to pull what people call a Johnny Gobble. In other words, I'm not trying to scam people out of money. I'm just trying to be my own person and be accepted, be recognized, maybe a little. That's it. That's all the fuck there is to it. And people just hate me. And they'll say they don't hate me, but they do. They hate me. It's not delusion. It's hatred. There's no way I could imagine myself spending this much time on one character. Hell, I didn't even spend this much time on Johnny Gobble before I stopped and realized myself and straightened up on that. Did I make a mistake? Sure, I have made mistakes. There's a 14-year-old video of me saying the looking ass phrase on here on YouTube, and I'll never get it off, and that's fine, but I just hope people can look at it and see it was from when I was younger. I don't know, man. I'm the most loving person there is that I know. I'm too caring and loving. Like, oh shit. Oh shit. Oh shit. Alright, I got that fixed, y'all. Sorry, I thought I was about to have a freak out for a second. Let me go back to the video. Hello everybody that's in the chat. I'm sorry I can't see it right now. I'll catch up with chat here soon. Let's get back to our video. I'm sorry that I interrupted it with a venting session, but maybe that comes from part of my problem. Was when I first came on here, I vented. For some reason I trusted people and I thought people were nice enough just automatically, just as human beings, that they, you know, I never dreamed I would be in this position. And I hate it. I hope you know, Mr. Fusion. I sat there and I thought about saying your real name because I laughed at that cease and desist letter that had you signed as Mr. Fusion. As if I'm supposed to take that serious, like, but you know something? I didn't. And I didn't because I'm afraid of you, motherfucker. I didn't because you were not shit to me.
And so you answered no because you didn't have needles, but you didn't think to tell him about the taser? It's kind of a big thing.
Hold on. It's right here. I got way too ahead of the video, sorry.
So
That's a place you would not.
and then she had a warrant, so we're taking her for a warrant. I told her, if you have anything else, let me know. And she let me know. Got down here and you found them.
Oh, that's not the video yet. Where are we at?
Down search. Officer Joyner asked her if she had anything sharp on her person. She said no, and during the pat search, Officer Joyner felt something in her bra, and it turned out it was 2 hypodermic needles. So.
You guys are really doing this over nothing?
3 needles is nothing, and kicking it off. Do you realize you committed a felony?
You were on my pinky, dude. Toe, my little toe, dude. It hurt. Wasn't kicking you to hurt you. I ain't running around do this.
I saw her kick you. She just tried to kick again.
Okay.
I did?
Okay, but I saw her kick you.
Okay.
Go ahead and rebook her.
All right.
So if
Is
she's
the arresting
so
officer
for
still
whatever
there? We
she's
could
in
add
here
that
for,
on.
she's in here for a felony now.
How did you make contact with her?
Suspicious vehicle stop over off Fort Apache. She was hanging out with one of her friends, and he had some pills in the car. And then she had a warrant, so we're taking her for a warrant. I told her, if you have anything else, let me know. And she let me know. Got down here and you found them. Obviously, you found them in a brawl, so.
That's a place you would not have found
Yeah, I wasn't gonna go digging in there.
No. She's going to sit in the chair for a period of up to 2 hours. Hopefully she'll calm down.
Good Lord, that would
We'll
suck.
be able to complete our
Suck.
search. And hopefully there's no more needles on her. Face that way. Anything sharp on you?
Yeah, people stick guns up their poop chutes and shit. They crazy
Cell phone
these
and an
days.
electric thing there.
An electric thing.
I
A
thought
stun
about-
gun? Really?
Yeah.
A stun gun
Yeah,
right here.
that's all.
Okay, that's neat. Thanks for telling me.
Wow.
Wow.
yeah.
Why do you carry a stun gun
It's in a
around?
bad neighborhood, but 2 blocks.
Bad neighborhood? Did you not give it to the when the officer
They're
asked
kind
you?
of jerks. They didn't ask for it.
Okay. I don't
They
know
said
if
it was a
that's one.
hooker.
I don't know if that's one we can
can't take it.
keep it because that doesn't come apart. The battery
No.
doesn't She has a taser in her bra.
It's a taser. It was in her bra.
That's the second one we've seen tonight. I know.
Oh, it does work. Did he ask you if you had any weapons?
No, he specifically didn't know ever told him.
He didn't ask you if you had any weapons on you?
Nope, he was asking for drugs. He was asking if there was a hooker.
Uh-huh.
Oh, he asked for needles too.
And so you answered no because you didn't have needles.
Yeah.
But you didn't think to tell him about the
He
taser?
was an ass.
That's kind of a big thing. What was her original charge?
Walking on a roadway.
That's why she was stopped originally.
That's why she was stopped originally, and then there was this ID when
Wow, walking on a roadway. I guess I'm guilty of that, except I guess it's not a crime here where I live.
you run it in DMV says that it's not a valid form of identification for whatever reason. So because we couldn't identify her, we brought her down here to fingerprint her.
Make sure she didn't have any warrants.
Right, because people lie.
Yes, they do.
Sometimes.
Well,
Not
of
all
They
the
do.
time.
Sometimes, at least once a night. And so we're going to be releasing her. Are you going to be giving her a citation for this charge?
No,
Or-
I'm just gonna end up just driving her back. I think we've used up enough of her time.
Okay,
Right?
right. No
Yeah.
warrants.
Nothing.
And
Never been arrested before in her life.
and
This is her first time in
no
jail.
one got tased. All right, thank you.
well, that's good.
Next time, even if they don't ask you, and you have a weapon on you, it's a good idea to tell them. Okay, it's about safety. It's
Yeah, now that's 101. Everybody should be listening up when I talk about that because, like, yeah, if you have anything that can be considered a weapon, like, it doesn't just have to be a firearm. It could be a knife, baton, certain jurisdictions, gravity blades, whatnot, they're illegal or not illegal depending where you live. There's a lot of laws out there. Make sure you know them.
not about you getting in trouble. It's about safety so nobody gets hurt. You understand?
Yeah, I
You
understand perfectly.
We took care of it. And
And while even a lawyer, a well-trained lawyer, doesn't know all the law as much as you would think that they do, but they have a good understanding in it, you can self-learn law as much as you can. Like I, for instance, am currently self-learning law in a way myself in an area.
When you're going on. Okay, you're going to go with him. Walk over there. Bye. He's a little upset with her because she didn't inform him.
It takes
He's
a
gonna give her
lot
back
of
to her
research,
after he lets her out of the car. She's not going to be
a
holding
lot
him.
of book
She's in the car.
reading.
it'd be a good idea.
Yeah.
I want to talk to you about this incident that happened down at Venus. I mean, you had two empty hypes that were in your bra that had blood in them.
Yeah.
So they were used.
Yeah, they weren't. both
And then
bad.
one that was loaded, ready to go.
And it's been in there for a while. Yeah, I got rid of it today.
I was asking you for safety purposes,
I
so
know.
that nobody got stuck.
I started panicking like with everybody in there. I did 4 years before already.
4 years where? Prison?
Uh-huh.
How old are you now?
24.
24, and you've done 4 years in prison?
She's done
What
4
What did you serve time?
She's 20 and she's done 4 years in prison already, man. I mean, let that sink into your head. Like, turned 20 years old. Hadn't even had her 21st birthday party, which, is the birthday party most people get to celebrate with drinking, whatever. It's a big bash. And she had to spend it in prison. She went from 20 to 24 in prison. I feel so bad for her. Like I seriously do. Like, and I don't know her. I don't know what she could have done. She may have done some truly horrible things. You wouldn't think that she's out, but like the old saying goes, looks can be deceiving. Somebody's finally messaged me back. I'm sorry, guys. This is rude. But normally I have this on Do Not Disturb, otherwise it wouldn't have gotten my attention. Sorry about that. Alright, let's continue.
For possession.
Possession of drugs? Okay.
You can tell that she's an addict, guys, and she's been on this road probably a while. She's been on it since she was 20. Served 4 years in prison. I imagine let's just say she's only been a year out of prison, alright? So she's now, what, almost 26? And, you know, just, and she may have started, and usually the story, how it goes, is they started out on pills or whatever, like, you know, I did, or they had a wreck or something that caused them to get a prescription, and they kept getting them either through a doctor or whatever other way, and then it leads to heroin because it's cheaper in the city ultimately. Like, I mean, in the country, I'd suppose that there would be the person that's got some heroin around here, but I wouldn't know who or where the first place would be to look to find some of that.
I wish you luck. I hope you can turn this around.
Like, she needs treatment. Basically, she doesn't need to be jailed. And that's the flaw about it. But now I get it. Whether she's, you know, if she does something, you know, and people, they're trying to make a whole new argument about that. Like, well, then can they really be competent if they were under the influence? Because you know how they'll ask you before you make a statement or something in court, have you taken any drugs in the last 24 hours, or, you know, anything prescribed to you or anything? And they want to know, just in case, on record, and they want to know if you've taken anything illegal, they'll automatically like suspend and not go forward with it. So you have to kind of think, well, if that counts in that situation, then does it also count when the person does a criminal act? And that's not for me to talk about. That's for y'all to discuss, and judges and people that make the laws in the legislature. But as far as I know, there's an active victims' rights group pushing. After, from this morning, I saw a video about a guy that was sentenced 3 strikes, and then, wouldn't you know, got released on bail for a year, gets picked up, fails to appear, gets bond again, and then ends up killing a police officer.
Yeah, I don't know.
She's already done 4 years in prison, and she's as young as she is, and she has a 9-year-old daughter.
She has a child.
She has a 9-year-old daughter. What? Dude, that must have mean then she got pregnant as a minor. Wow.
That obviously somebody else is taking care of.
Right.
She has family, but chooses not to be with them.
Mm-hmm.
She chooses to come out here and hook up with perfect strangers,
Right.
and get involved in the drugs again after she did 4 years for drugs in prison.
It's a shame.
Very unfortunate,
She's
because
a
there's a
young girl.
9-year-old kid out there wanting his mom.
Wanting his mom.
Oh, and it's a boy. Oh my God. That just breaks my heart. The boy's going to go through exactly what I went through. He's going to be raised by other family members and his parents. Which is not a bad thing, but there are disadvantages to it. And I'm sure you can fill in the blanks. Like, when your grandparents have to step in and become your parents, it's, you know, it's, you never get that real, like, I'll never know, like, what my real experience of growing up, like how my dad did, being that he was with his 2 other brothers and mom and dad. Like, me and my brother we don't even have the same 2 exact parents. This is Casino Center, Las Vegas. I gotta wonder, we're not getting copyrighted, are we? Because the jail show is something that did copyright me the other day. But I am pausing a lot. I'm just wondering. I haven't been taken down, have I? Please tell me I haven't been taken down. Yes, sir? You got 2 letters here from... Yeah, I saw them. I'll get them. Thank you. Yeah, I had them laid there. That's fine. Thank you. Yeah, guys, apparently I can't. I mean, I was pausing and everything, and I swear, just as I go to look at my phone in the chat, and of course, it doesn't count as a strike. It suspends it until you take it off. I don't know how people upload stuff like that. Like, yeah, guys, apparently I can't. I mean, I was pausing. I'm checking this out. Look.
Hey, Brian, how you doing? How you feeling? How you feeling, Brian? Why did you do it? Are you ready to go to Idaho? Why did you do it? The last time in Pennsylvania, Brian.
Wow. Just wow. Can y'all believe they got that guy? Everything. And I swear, just as I go to look at my phone in the chat. Could y'all believe that they got that guy? So I can't react to jail shows, but what's inside his arrest warrant? Let's see.
One of our viewers had a question asking about what we can expect in the probable cause affidavit. This comes from @BLM Protest News on Twitter.
Well, what you'll have in there is you'll have the minimum amount. Well, some prosecutors like to keep a minimal amount. Some prosecutors like to use a little more in there. So the affidavit only had to establish probable cause that this person did these crimes, not the threshold that we'll see at trial, which is obviously beyond a reasonable doubt that everybody knows about. So I think at the very minimum, you're going to see two things, I think. His DNA at the scene, and how we matched it, how we know this defendant's DNA was that DNA that we found at the scene. Of course, at the scene, when we processed that profile DNA, we didn't know who it was. So how we made the match to this defendant, was it through a genealogy website or whatever, I think you'll have that in there. And I think then you'll have the second piece I think you'll have is location data, which means I think they might have some kind of cell phone pinging data, some kind of thing that put his cell phone.
No cameras allowed in Pennsylvania courtroom. I never understand that, why there's some cameras allowed in some courtrooms and not in others.
In the area of that house at the night of the murder, or in the vicinity of these victims in the time leading up to the murder, something like that. I think you'll have physical evidence from the crime scene in there, and then some kind of location data also. You might have more than that, but at a minimum, I would expect, those two types or categories of evidence presented in that affidavit.
And just to remind our viewers, that's a really low bar, probable cause. You just have to get over that really low hurdle to get that complaint filed and everything like that. But there may be a lot of good information in that affidavit. We're all looking forward to seeing it. We don't have much time left, but Joseph, I've got a question for you.
Okay. Let me see. Oh my God. Did you guys see this? I'm sorry, but I gotta laugh at this.
You know, I'm the type of person, I don't care to be honest about things.
Oh, dude, Johnny's saying he was paid hush-hush money by... Bro, I'm about to get mad as fuck at Johnny Gobble, bro. I swear to God, like, what the fuck are you claiming now, bro?
In a pure at heart person, so even times when I'm saying something,
I was paid hush-hush money by Upchurch official and at Patty Lynn. No, Patty Lynn gave you money to be nice.
And I even tell on myself or whatever. It's you know, it's just me being me. Like these.
What's up, Bit of Loco and Flying Low? It's nice to have you guys in here with us.
People knew that they could control me. By acting like they cared about me. And
bro, man, why does our stories always sound similar, except that mine just has to do with the YouTubers and you just keep trying to fucking talk about this music star. Like, I want to know, was Johnny Gobble ever given Ryan Upchurch's cell phone number? Something tells me I don't believe so. Like, he might have had a DM to him on Instagram or something for a little bit. Maybe to Miss Patty too. I guess he did have her number. Like, was he really that much in the loop? Like, if so, they definitely, to be honest, they definitely should have seen this coming.
Pay me off in hush-hush money.
Well, you're talking, so it don't appear like it did happen.
I mean, I said this weeks ago, guys, if y'all would have paid attention, you know, I'm not going to be y'all's, you know.
Oh, so now, Johnny, you putting cryptic messages in your videos and shit so you can come back and
puppet anymore.
What do you mean, be our puppet? You ain't been my puppet. You ain't been Ryan's puppet. You ain't been Miss Patty's puppet. They was sitting there living their life. And then Johnny Gobble said, "Hey, who's that?" And they were like, "Creek Squad, Upchurch." And he's like, "Oh, yeah, I know you. Yeah, we smoked joints and I just got to pick up my sister now. She said, 'Daddy, you need some Visine.'" Like, man,
y'all really think
come
that
on.
I care at this point.
Let me guess, that was a skit, because that's the big thing now. And I get how that could be used and not be true. I'm not saying that I ain't believe nobody when they said they set stuff up, because people like to do that. They like to not say it till after. But you gotta keep in mind that some people could just say that shit just because they embarrassed that they went through it, like calling it a parody skit or something like that, or saying it was planned.
If I had anything to do with these people in that circle.
Hello, Great Lakes Paranormal.
Dead wrong. Like, the shit they are doing is just sick.
What are they doing?
Like, what? Her saying that I was an evil person, you know, after knowing me like she's known me for the last few months.
Exactly, last few months. She don't know you more than Hell, she don't know you any more better than a new friend that you just known the last few months.
She knows that I'm not an evil person.
I just love how this dude, he's just convinced of everything.
Patty knows that I'm not an evil person. She knows her son is, though.
Yeah, she only met me a couple months. Oh, really? Yeah. How's she think about you? She thinks I'm not an evil person. Well, I mean, that's good, right? Oh, what about her son, the singing guy? You know, he's real famous, right? Oh, she says he's evil. What? She birthed her baby. How you gonna say she knows her baby's evil? The fuck?
She knows her son's going through it right now. She knows he's going through drug addiction and
okay, Johnny, maybe he is. You ain't got no right speaking on it. Man, you're like turning into one of those reporters that everybody hates because they just don't shut up and leave well enough alone. Like, you was all about no bullying, PBG. If that's the case, why don't you extend it to people that aren't in, because you might as well admit it, they're not in our same social class. Miss Patty and Ryan aren't. They're higher up on the social ladder than we are. That doesn't make them any better than us or anything, but still, they're on a different level and they have a whole life, and it don't involve you. And you've clearly let slip, I love to work on the Ghost Ranch. Like, you had a goal in mind. Yeah, you didn't stick with that goal. Instead, you chose to do all this shit.
She can't control him right now. I know these times. I know these times because my mother couldn't control me.
Thanks. Thank you, hon, for being here. Oh, wow. I'm sorry, Miss Jen. I didn't know that.
Me either. You know, she couldn't control me either. Like,
so wait, did I just miss something? Did he just try to say that Patty was trying to control? I gotta stop saying Patty. Miss Patty was trying to control him.
it is what it is, y'all. I accepted the money. Anybody would. Anybody would.
Bro, how much of this hush money did you accept? Because don't say you gotta be all hush now, because you done broke the hush.
I don't care who you are, anybody would. It's just more proof what was really going on. Like, I was getting paid to hush about the situation. What they've done is commit crimes, large crimes, and while y'all are out here,
and you just said you took money to keep quiet, so you aided and abetted. Wouldn't that be the logic if they committed crimes, that he aided and abetted them if he took money from them, knowing that, and agreeing to be as hush as he was for such a short time?
You're laughing about it in your Creek Squad and thinking it's funny. It's not funny. Like, you think...
No, what's funny, man, is that we're here 6 months later.
You think that this shit ain't enough to go on a federal level? It is. It is.
I'll be waiting to see that.
It is. It is. And
I'll react to it. I'll tell you that I was wrong. So wrong, and I will say you are smarter than me if that happens.
And I could see myself being questioned. And
yeah, you'd like that, wouldn't you? You'd love to be in the interrogation room. Dude, this guy is weird, man. I swear. And I don't mean like weird. I'm fucking weird. This guy is just, no offense to to mentally ill people because God knows I'm mentally ill, but I have to do it. I just got to do it one time. This guy is cuckoo. I mean, he literally is. Like, what the fuck did Ryan do? Like, I guarantee after Ryan came down to Paintsville and made them songs, man, he never even talked about you or anything unless you came up from someone else, and he was probably like, oh, Dagburn? Like, oh, yeah. That one video you was attacking him, he said, get it, Dagburn. I don't know. Maybe you might be telling the truth, Johnny. Who thinks Johnny's telling the truth? Put one down in the comments. If you think he's full of shit, put two. Do y'all believe this bullshit? So now not only is Ryan bad because he's on drugs, but he's evil too. His mom knows it. And this shit's is on a federal level and it's going to get investigated. And he could see himself being questioned. Man, if so, it'd be a setup. But anyway, if y'all believe him, put one. If you don't, put two. I want to know what everyone's true opinion is. I'm speculating. I mean, I can't give this guy that much credit, guys, because of the shit he's done with me. You gotta understand that. So I am a little biased. Paul, thank you for your honest vote. I want people's honest vote. Why are people leaving? I asked a question, 4 people dipped the smooth the fuck out. Like, oh shit, I can't vote with that name. Like, that's some shade shit right there. I ain't even trying to screenshot who votes yes or no. I just want to know who agrees with this dude. Because I know you can buy subscribers and shit. People talk about it. I can see people hacking shit. There's probably a whole bunch of shit to YouTube I don't know about. You know what? I don't care to know about it because that's why my name is Square. I do things fair and square. Like when I made that bar at the top of my screen that has 600, and it's not even the accurate number of subscribers, but I rounded it to 640 and gave myself a year goal because I don't just expect to be handed 1,000 subscribers and be able to be monetized. I don't expect that. I want to work for it and show people that I can do stuff and create a lot better streams and videos. You all realize, like, I haven't hardly made any videos anymore that are edited and stuff, and I've got such software. Like, I have so much stuff that I want to do, and I'll be able to do hopefully later. It's just every day it just seems like they wake up, you know, the guys just every day seem to wake up and come up with like, oh, well, this will make him give us the reaction energy that we feed off of needed. You know, that's what it seems like
here in the near future.
Because I'm not paid by anyone. I'm glad Andrea and me are cool. Because Andrea, I'm serious, I ain't paid by these people. You can go to Wolfsex thing and see people thanking Petey for the merchandise he sold. Like, these people are selling merchandise made of me in humiliating, shameful ways, probably.
I just know it. I just know it.
I say probably because I ain't looking around to see their, you know.
Guys, I've got a great intuition. I'm very intuitive. And, Patty?
No one's got that good of an intuition, alright? You know, I have a pretty good intuition myself, Dagburn, but even I recognize that sometimes it's flawed. A lot of times, you know, it's not something that we can 100. And you want to know why? It's because of all the shit and the food and the water and the air.
She knows I am. Like, I feel stuff happening before it's going to happen, guys. I know something's going to happen before it happens.
Bro, who hadn't? But that don't mean you're right about this.
I just brace myself for it. and just wait for impact. You know what I mean? Because I know what's going to happen.
If he was paid this hush-hush money, man, it seems like he would have hushed regardless if Ryan was going down or not. Because you'd think that if one was paid to hush about knowing about circumstances, they'd be paying him more money to keep more hush. Like, this don't make no sense.
Like everything that's ever happened here in the last little bit, yeah.
Everything that's happened here in the last little bit, yeah. I know it was gonna happen, yeah.
But it is what it is, guys. You know,
because you created
I
it.
want to keep it real with you all. I don't want to lie to you all and stuff like anymore. Period. Because some of the shit that I told
you. Whoa. You don't want to lie to us anymore. So you've been lying? Oh, trust gone. Yeah, you definitely aren't telling the truth about this. There ain't no way in hell.
Y'all that wasn't true was true, and so you know it's just.
Why would you do that? Why would you feel the need to be like crypto and tell something the opposite of what it really is in this situation? What danger have you been facing? If you've been paid hush-hush money and they think you're keeping hush-hush, like, and you said something cryptically, it would seem if they're watching you to make sure you're keeping hush-hush, they would have caught the cryptic thing. So what is the reasoning? Like, there are so many points I can make that point this to being bullshit, but I'll let you keep talking, Johnny.
Be a man and stand up and say, hey, I was wrong about this and this and this and shouldn't have done this and this.
Yeah, why don't you stand up and say that after none of this comes true? Because I don't know what you're talking about.
And that's just who I am. A lot of people don't like that I'm like that, and they don't like the truth. And the truth hurts you. The truth does. There's been some truth told about me on the internet here, and
he said the truth hurts you. The truth does. Well, the truth or a lie. Look, truth is just, by definition, it's just the reality. And so, yes, sometimes reality during a certain phase or whatever, if something happens, it can be hurtful, the truth of the reality. Yeah. I've had things, I'm with you on this, Johnny. I've had things too that I would share or vent off, you know, in feeling that I would, you know, get some support or something. Instead, I get made fun of and stuff, and they just say it back like it's a joke or whatever. And, you know, so I do get you on this point. I will give you a credit here.
It is what it is. I mean, I'm a person that's been in jail several times.
Now, thank God that is not me. No offense to you, Johnny, but I understand. I've been a couple times, and, you know, each and every time I just barely held on. It seemed like barely made it to the time I got out. And it was always shit that either was just dropped or because of just plain evidence. I mean, just the nature of things, you know. I mean, they will, where I'm from, they like to, like, I think I've told a story before about a chief beating up a truck driver in our town that he had issues with. Like, you know, there's been a bunch of shit.
Several times, like people pulling up my past because of my drug addiction or whatever. That's fine. It's fine. That's just, that was me. That was me in the past. Like, there's nothing I can do about it. I can't.
Oh, that's what's up. That's what's up, Paul Harvey. Appreciate you, man.
That, but I can change it.
I hope not too, guys. I hope not too, guys.
I can make it different now and be a different person than I was yesterday. You know, that's just.
Well, why don't you first apologize for all this shit that you just said, including that they're about to go down and up church is evil and all that shit? Because, bro, you is not certified to label anyone as evil. And you know why I'm going to say that? I'm gonna say that because you have laughed about when you were in active addiction and your ex and everything, even with your current wife, like you had talked about uh, making her do like something crazy. I mean, I can't remember exactly what it is, but you made her look like all over and do something stupid for a pill, and you just had so much joy in your face that you had made that person go through so much bullshit when you knew they were in a bad enough already as is. Like, man, sometimes you can come across like and I know why it is too, Johnny, because your name, your energy, you have the exact same type of energy I do in that respect. And you need to be guardful of being too critical and too paranoid. I'm telling you. Unless that's really the case. And that's the hard thing about people with our energies judging those types of situations. That's what makes us worse.
In our nature, we can do that. We're able to do that with ourselves. But yeah, like if I was you all, Creek Squad, I'd be worrying about your master there and worrying about
He insults all of Ryan Upchurch's fans and the Creek Squad family as master, and he also said that Creek Squad had been admitted to be a gang. Now, I'm not confirming that or denying. I don't know if it's true, if somebody can tell me, but if it is a gang, then yeah, I guess I'm not a part of Creek Squad because I just don't support gangs in any certain type of way. Because when you're a gang, then, if you label yourself a gang, you're not a club, you're not a fraternity, you're a gang. It is what it is, So, doesn't mean that I can't have conversations or be cool with people that are in gangs. I ain't got no problem with it. Just like them trying to get me in trouble, my haters with the motorcycle, and my haters and my trolls trying to get me in trouble with those motorcycle club people when they're the ones that sent to my phone threatening shit with that logo. I didn't know it belonged to a motorcycle club. All it said was like MC Banditos saying that we'll come and get you and snatch you up, and so I showed it, and I take it down afterwards because then they talk and some people come to me like they're really concerned, and I'm like, oh shit, now I'm looking back at it like it was all part of a troll. And they tried doing the same shit again today, tagging some more bike groups. Like, if any bike person sees this, it's a outlaw or bandito or MC or anything, I got nothing wrong with y'all. That's these people that are using y'all's name or whatever, that maybe one of them does belong to one of their groups. If so, well, I ain't got nothing wrong with this group, but fuck him. Fuck these dudes, man. I ain't got no
getting him some help.
No, for these snake people. And man, oh man, I'm trying to sit here and stretch this leg as much as I possibly can, and I just get to the point where I have to let it sit down, and then it's just got to stay down elevated most of the day. Like, I can stretch it and I can bend it to a certain point up, and then it just, and it's not hurting if I stay exactly still, and I kind of have to like balance myself. But the more I move and stuff, and it hurts and hurts, and then finally it builds up, and I just can't do it anymore. I hate that, because like I've tried to do stuff I used to do, like push-ups and stuff, and I've tried, and I'm really weak. Like that wreck and not being active for so long and doing light work for a couple years has really made me weak. because I didn't used to be like this. I mean, I was a lot more flexible, fast, everything. Like, I used to pick pecans quicker than the sun, bitch. Oh, Jackie would say. That was a long time ago. That was back when I was 17. Alright, let's continue with this shit.
Trying to help him.
If I've been to jail, then I'm not a citizen? Oh, yeah, I am. Even outlaws are citizens. I never did say they wouldn't. But, I was just talking to, like, when people came up to me trying to talk, like, in person, threatening me and talk street type shit to me, I was like, man, leave that shit away from me, bro, because you might as well be speaking Chinese, you know, like, I don't understand your language, and even if I do understand parts of it, I don't, it's like I don't acknowledge it, I don't recognize it. That's funny, Iceman. Iceman, do you believe Johnny about Ryan? Put a 2 for no and 1 for yes. Do you believe that Ryan's on drugs and all this shit, man? Don't just say yes because of the bandwagon or because other people have, like, because, like, I really hate it that, I mean, obviously there's some stuff going on, but I don't think Ryan likes everybody, including especially Johnny Gobble, to be the one reporting on it and talking about it.
Get off drugs before he ruins everything in his life.
But of course, I mean, this is YouTube, where nobody gives a fuck if you talk about if they talk about someone else or not, because common courtesy doesn't exist.
I mean, that's the truth. I'm not going to sit here and dwell on anything in the past anymore. Like I said,
no, you're just gonna keep on this new shit with shit from the past added in.
I feel like I've had a weight lifted off my shoulders since all this has happened because I'm released.
You feel like you've had a weight lifted off your shoulders. Because of what, bro? Were you threatened? Have you had, like, somebody threaten you? Do you feel now better that you come out about all this stuff? That you are in more of a position to be threatened? Like, I'm surprised you haven't said, like, you know, I wouldn't hurt myself if anything happens to me. So-and-so or so-and-so's responsible. Like, I wouldn't surprise you say that at the end of this video. Because if not, then, I mean, and this may sound like wrong or bad, but he's stupider than he thinks, because he's saying all this shit like it's 100% fact and confirmed, and he knows it, and he was paid to shut up and be quiet about it. That is dangerous to do. I don't care who you are and who you're doing it to. It is dangerous to do.
From it. I'm released from it. I felt like that I was attached. Something was attached, and
bro, you've been attached to Miss Patty like she's like with a placenta. Shit. She's buying you art supplies and everything else, helping out with your channel, and you turn around and you fucking disrespect her. And yeah, I saw your video where they was clowning on your stuff, and she said that was the stuff she designed for you. That was kind of an error on their part, an assumption. It happens a lot to us humans in assumptions. But see, that's the problem, though, is those assumptions and stuff are usually born out of relationships like that you've had with the person from the jump. Like, you know, they've probably always been wary of you, and you same as them. Why? I don't know. You know, I'm subscribed to them. I don't have any issues with them. Like, Isaac, I know he thinks that I'm on drugs too, just like you think Ryan is, but he's not right. So, you know, there's just a chance that you just may be wrong, that Ryan's not on any drugs other than the ones that he knows that he's supposed to take.
That's not me. That's evil.
And hell, we'll be on. Why don't we be 100% real with it, Johnny? Just like we need to be 100% real with you. You sit up in Kentucky smoking weed, which is illegal as fuck, and so does Ryan in Tennessee. You know what the difference is? Yo ass is gonna end up getting fucked off probably for it more so than ever Ryan would. Neither of y'all need to get fucked over for it. That's the point. But that's the whole point. I don't understand you saying this. He's on bad drugs and he's done this and he's done that. Like you're making him out to be like this horrible monster. Like he hasn't had anything done to him, maybe, or some of it's not justified even. Or I don't know what I'm saying, man. This dude just pisses me off. He's pissed me off ever since he fucking said worky versus strong.
Evil shit. That's evil shit. You know what I mean? But
yeah, Ryan's admitted taking doing shrooms, weed, and Adderall in the recording studio sometimes. And Johnny's got a video like, you don't say, like it's come out of his own lips. He said in the recording studio once in a while. He didn't say every single day as soon as he wakes up at the crack of dawn.
It is what it is. If you notice, go watch Patty's beginning of her video. There's the recent video. Her recent video she posted. Go watch the beginning of it, and you tell me that ain't some evil fucking shit.
I will.
What she's doing with her eyes and shit. Like, fuck that. Fuck that. Get me away from that shit. When you're out there messing with spirit boxes and you're talking to the dead, like, wow. I don't want none of that negative energy in my place.
What?
I don't want none of that negative energy in my place. Yeah, I went with it for a little while. That's why there's been some fucking evil going on around here, you know?
Dude, you lost your mind, man, bro. You're talking about esoteric stuff like a dumbass. This dude is profane than a motherfucker. You don't know what he's talking about. I'll look at her recent video. These people are trying to get, not just Motorcycle Madness clubs, but they have tried to send, like, I don't know if Gnostic was sent over here earlier. That's why I demodded him. He's not lying. Enlightened, we're gonna have to disagree. Y'all don't know what esoteric, and that's fine. That's because y'all don't understand. But Johnny's profane.
I didn't realize I was so interesting.
There's nothing wrong with trying. Okay. I'm going to sound controversial saying it too. But that verse in the Bible that people like to use, or that you've been taught about, or whatever, or that talks about witchcraft and whatnot, if the intent behind it was pure and good, there's nothing negative about it. And she's not putting her soul or inviting any evil in or in danger or anything like that. Agree to disagree. You can disagree or agree, Enlightened, but that's my opinion.
I didn't realize I was so interesting. Also, I want to say one thing. This is the series. I'm not being...
What, Johnny? You said, look what she does with her eyes. That shit's evil. What's evil?
I didn't realize I was so interesting.
All she did was bat him a bunch of times and shit. You know, some people have the ability to make their eyes go backwards almost. And she batted him, turned
I
direction.
didn't realize I was so interesting.
Yeah, that she's doing that too. She's making. I think Johnny. I think Miss Patty may be trolling your ass.
Also, I want to say one thing. This is the serious. I'm not being silly right now. I'm being serious. So one thing I learned growing up with my mother, doing charity work with our church, we always did all kinds of things like that because our mother had us, heavily involved in our church, and so we would help during the holidays, do Santa shops, help families who had, didn't have a lot of income and couldn't really get like presents for their kids. And a lot of times when you do charity work, you become super frustrated because while you're trying to help a whole lot of people, you'll see that most of the people that were coming in were sort of taking advantage. And it's kind of obvious when they are. But at the end of the day, you have to think if you just helped at least one person, then that's all that really matters, because
Exactly.
we're just supposed to help each other. And if somebody treats you wrong because you helped them, that's not on you, that's on them. So please never stop having a giving heart, because while you were giving to one person, you may have helped somebody connected to that person. You have to look at it in that way, that it's some way you helped somebody, even if it wasn't the person who's disrespecting you or whatever. It's totally fine, because it's not about you. When you do charity work, you release it, you let it go. Or when you offer to help a friend or you give a gift, you release it and you let it go. It's not yours anymore. And what happens to it and the energy around it is on that person. It's not on you. You keep having a giving heart. And
yeah, she's definitely talking about you, Johnny. And enlightened, that's why you there is known as invoking your ancestors for protection. God is able to help keep you safe, and you're able, for those that have reached the stage of the part that they're not feared of awakening, then they can do that. But that's, you might not be there yet. I mean, I'm not saying I'm there or anything yet either. I haven't, I've only done some low frequency energy work and stuff. I'd have to get my energy higher vibration, but them doing the spirit box thing is like me pulling out a Ouija board right now. Like half of it's just imagination and stuff. It's really not. But I know you've seen a lot of paranormal stuff. I have too, and you'd be surprised a lot of it. What you see, there is some energy stuff. Like I haven't been huge into that lately, but there was a time in life I was, and I almost need to get back into it.
it's hard. Sometimes people will lose faith in humanity, but
yeah, give that evil $10,000 back, Johnny. Give that evil laptop back, and that evil website, and all that shit back. Give all that shit back, bro. It's evil. You don't need that corrupting your soul.
I'm begging you just to not give up, because some people deserve your kindness, and some people really.
I hear you, Miss Patty. I'm trying not to give up, but these people are making it hard on me. Please pray for me, Miss Patty. I'll pray for you. I'm sorry that you got people on you too. I'm sorry.
Really, really deserve a lot of help, and people deserve to be loved. That's why we're here. We're here on this planet to lift each other up, to support each other, and to help each other when you're down.
Amen.
And don't let anybody tarnish that. And
not tear you down and trademark your shit and threaten you and everything else.
Lord. Anyways, I just wanted to say, I'm just like tripping out because I'm hearing all kinds of crazy rumors about myself. I'm so interesting, guys. I'm so interesting.
I need to watch some of these.
Happy Sunday, everybody. I just wanted to send a tiny little message to hope that maybe it can help lift somebody's spirits today. And I drew a card from the Calm the Chaos deck of uplifting inspirational messages, and I got You Are the Peacekeeper of Your Inner World. And what this card is telling us is that we can't control everything in our outer world, but we do get to be the peacekeeper of our inner world. And we are the director of our thoughts, the protector of our own feelings, and the leader of our actions. And we get to determine the level of inner peace that we experience. So we're in charge of that. So if things are, chaotic, we have to really kind of turn in and say, what am I allowing? What am I, I'm in control here. Why am I allowing all of this to, turn my world upside down? We have to take control. And that's why it's really important to find ways to manage your mind and keep your inner peace as positive and as peaceful as possible. And good ways to do things like that are to write down, your thoughts in a journal, to talk to, a therapist, a spiritual life coach, or connect with a close family member or a friend. But ultimately, we're in charge. So I think sometimes we're all guilty of trying to control everything outside of us when we really should be focusing on turning inward. Because once we do that, then we can calm the storm. But anyways, I just wanted to send that out to you guys today, and I hope everybody has a blessed Sunday. And yeah, so sending lots of love and positive energy your way. I just want to stop in really quick. Look at my hair. I always...
This is 2 weeks ago. I remember when she said, she had did a live or something where she was like...
I just want to stop in really quick. Look at my hair. I always say that. I know I say that, but look at my hair.
Tamara was lying or something.
I just want to stop in real quick and say hi to everybody. And to let everybody know, I don't know if you guys saw, but Candace...
I guess she took that video down. Who knows? But because that one video's not up. Look at Dagburn. I'll say what's up to Memphis drummer.
Hair on your arm where you have to go back and go through certain parts of the song because it gives you intense emotion. That's good music. But music's my passion, it always has been. I'm hoping to do more with it in the coming year. Y'all like the live, that way other people can see that I'm on. Damn, my phone's getting hot. I agree. Hey man, streaming a chill stream. Popped in to visit you. Say hi to all 23. What's up, man? Yeah, I'm doing all right. Just chilling before I get back to work. Back at the motel. Man, I hate that happened, but you know what? It gives you a little bit of time to kick your feet back, man, and relax. Well, I'm not going to say where I work because there's a lot of people that apparently can't be trusted with information like that. But I work for a electrical comm data automation supply chain. Oh, you're good, Steve. Oh, I'm in sales. I'm a salesman. I'm good at talking, and I'm always trying to be honest with anybody. It's like I tell people, you don't have to lie to sell stuff. You don't. And I don't care what anybody says. Matter of fact, you will build a business quicker with honesty. Sales is tough, but if you're good, you're good. Yeah, it's not for everybody, but anybody could do it. If you have knowledge of what you're selling and you're aware of the person's need for it, this is what matters. When you approach a customer first time, you find out what their needs are, how quick they're needing something, how often they're needing something. Supply and demand. That is the main thing. And you always stick with your word. You don't promise them anything that's not possible. And when you tell somebody you're going to do something, or you tell them that something's going to, be there at a certain time, you make sure that it happens. And if it doesn't, you make it right, Yeah, it's like I said, it's not for everybody. It's a job that takes a lot of self-motivation. You have to work at it every day.
Definitely.
But yeah, but this year, like I said in my video last night, we could be doing so much better. And this year, I plan to bring a lot of growth, a lot of positivity to y'all. Like I would love to see everybody.
Yeah.
I would love to see everybody grow.
Just put it on the table, please.
And I would like to know that what I am putting out there is
y'all make sure to go check out Memphis Drummer and like him up if you haven't already. He's a cool dude. Oh, Martin Speaks is live. I'm gonna stream him.
He got a marijuana and possession and paraphernalia charge, okay, that he dealt with. And I'm not hating on weed. Weed's weed. I smoke weed every day. It's fine, but I do it the legal way. So, you know what I mean? And all that good stuff. So,
same here.
At the end of the day, Jimmy was stream sniping me, but I don't matter. I need him for viewers, but he was stream sniping me. I came onto his stream and he cut me off and wouldn't let me talk. People maybe thought it was funny, but it just proves my point more than you think. And then I tried to jump on his stream live. I got on. He booted me off, acted like it was my fault. And then I jumped back on, didn't say anything about it. And then they booted me off again. So it's plus Rusty Trucks whole entire stream about all that shit that other dude came out, you know what I mean, and talked about, and what Jimmy's been doing for the last 10 years. Yeah, we should. We should start a petition to pay Jimmy's back child support to his ex-wife. So then when it gets paid off, she can thank us for taking care of his kid. And I don't even know if it's the one that's dead or not. So I have no love and no care and no compassion and no sympathy at all for you, Jimmy. Yeah, you don't know what you're talking about. Somebody want to tell this chick something? Listen, Sonya, I like Liu Kang a lot better, and you were never a good character
Be
anyway.
right back, guys.
My girlfriend says hi, and you're the man. Thank you. I appreciate it. Listen, if you guys are going to comment too real quick, I'm just going to say this. Make sure you explain what you're saying, because if you say something that looks like a little like you're being a dick, I'm going to be a dick back. Just saying. Just warning you now. I think a lot of you guys know that, especially the ones that pop in here and talk shit. That's a good one.
I'm coming.
I should be looking for a job. Anybody want to tell him that I just got a job yesterday making $23 an hour, $22 an hour, offered a manager position, and I haven't done and worked in the industry in 3 years? Thanks, Big Daddy. Was that a D for touche? Touche? Was that a T? Was that a D? Oh, T. I thought it was a D for douche. Yeah, I mean, I know. People told me that. I was getting emails while I was getting on there, and they were like, he's not going to let you talk, and I know. But I wanted to prove that I was willing to go on there, so he can't say that I wasn't. See, what Jimmy doesn't realize what he did today was when he stream sniped me, he just exposed more people to me, and then it's going to send people to me, okay? And if they're open-minded, they're going to watch both and make a decision like an adult, or they're going to come over here and talk shit like these guys do. But yeah, because Waffle House pays $23 an hour. What a fucking idiot. Listen, I used to run a restaurant called the Rhine House. It was a German beer hall. I ran it by myself. Fuck off. How do you think I bought everything? How do you think I'm able to boast about what I have? How do you think when Jimmy says he lives at home with his mom, I'm just able to laugh about it? Like, what do you do, Big Daddy? What do you do, buddy? What is your job? Oh, no, I don't like you. This is going to be the only time. At the end of the stream, I'm going to block you, so you might as well get in what you have to say. That's funny. You think that I care. Well, that dude, Square Works Media, is a coward that fucking has no backbone, that came to me. I have the emails to prove. So, listen, Square, if you are stream sniping me because you're trying to get views, stop now or I will show the email that you sent. Crying, saying that you have these guys picking on you, and they came after my uncle and my grandpa and my dad, and you're a grown-ass man crying about another grown-ass man making fun of you. I'm not crying about it. I invite people to make fun of me. You need to grow the fuck up and get a backbone. I'm not going to defend you. I had your back and made one video. That Mustard Squirrel dude's a fucking douchebag. I don't care if he's friends with people I know. He comes off just like the rest of these douchebags. You know, talks a bunch of shit with no back. But yet, all the videos he made about me, he took down. I digress. I don't know. Maybe somebody told him to. I don't know. But either way, I'm not trying to help you there, Square. So back off, because you don't want me to turn around and turn this into you. You know what I mean? Like, because then you'll have another guy making fun of you, and I promise you, I'm way better at it than they are. So. Oh yeah, Diane, thank you. And then there was the fraud charge. He got charged with.
Don't worry, guys. I'm gonna mute myself.
Misdemeanor. That's the one level outside of felony, and it probably was a felony, and it probably got dropped down to a misdemeanor, depending on how much the fraud, the check was, and if it stayed in state or went out state. These are things that people don't know because they don't. Like,
you're gonna be a low cow if you're not careful.
That's their education. So
that pisses me off. If y'all see Ben Thrifton in here next time, make sure to hide him. I don't like him for saying that.
That's fine, and then I'll know it's you because you'll keep talking the same way. That's fine, man. You do what you think you got to do.
They're giving this dude.
I don't know what that means, but I don't care. And I've already went after Mustard Squirrel and all those stupid comments, all those weird words they use, like, what is that, wokey verse or something? What the fuck does that even mean? The kid calls people cows, and he's a fat kid. Mustard Squirrel is a fat dude. I seen his Facebook page. Like, he's a fat kid. He has sausage fingers. He's bigger hands than me. And he's calling people fucking cows. Like, get the fuck out of here, Ben. And your name's Ben Thrifton because you can't afford real clothes. So. Well, yeah, it is hard. Well, no, it all depends. If he passed a bad check for a certain amount of money, if it's above a certain amount of money, they always get checked. I think it's like $1,000. They always run your check.
if he's seen
At
his
least in my
Facebook page, I got it.
With like
I'm about
vendors
to.
and stuff. They always run your checks first before they approve it. If it's over $1,000. Now it may have been under 1,000.
Watch
and that's
this.
Why. But yeah, they do tend to get really, really hard to track down. So, I don't know. Who's Phantom Vision? Anybody know who Phantom Vision 49 is? I don't know who he is. Is he in here? I don't know. Don't care. But now that I have the name in my head, I'll keep it back there. It's probably your other account, and you're just trying to be funny or something stupid. But we got 5 minutes left, guys. If you want to like the stream, super chat, anything you want to do for the last 5 minutes, do it. Share the stream. Do whatever you got to do. I really hope Square learned, and he stopped. I'm gonna check real quick, Square. You better have stopped. One warning. I don't care about you. You're weird.
What?
Let's check. Ah, here he is.
Watch this.
Watch this. They do tend to get really, really hard to track down. So,
dude, I was just trying to talk to you, Martin.
Who's Phantom Vision? Anybody know who Phantom Vision 49 is? I don't know who he is. Is he in here? So I just let him know that he was done. I warned him.
Why am I?
Don't care. Look, he covered his he covered his fucking.
No,
he covered his shit like a little girl.
I covered it. I'm not messing with you, dude. I'm not messing with. Okay, hold on. Let me stop stream sniping him. Dude, I didn't do anything to you, dude. Martin. I don't know what Martin is saying. I don't know what he's talking about. I'm done. I'm sorry I was sharing your stream. My bad. I'm sorry. I didn't close the mic because of that, dude. Okay, Martin, now I see where it said to get off your live. I walked away, Martin. Honest to God. And all I was trying to do was, I wasn't stream sniping you. I said that. I'm about to go back over to his chat and let him know. Like, I wasn't trying to stream snipe him. See, now he's gonna hate me. Like, no, don't threaten me like the trolls. Here, I'm pausing your stream. I'm not playing it. Oh, this isn't your stream. Man, I didn't even close my thing because of him. I closed my thing because I was doing something I didn't want everyone to see.
beard. Well, kind of a beard.
No, don't threaten me like the trolls. Here, I'm pausing your stream. I'm not playing it.
He's getting scared, guys.
Oh, well, thanks for showing that it's all fun and games, dude. Don't worry, I'll never give you or... I'll only share people that fucking give me... I'll get permission first, then. Everybody stream snipes me. I'm glad he thinks it's fucking funny. Yeah, I'm getting scared. I got threatened to be raped. He laughs and says, yeah, you're getting scared. But he talks about getting some guy off YouTube. I've been nothing but supportive to him. Like, why do people have to be so mean?